What's up, my people? It's your boy Too Easy. Alright guys, I've been wanting to make this video for the last June, July, August. It's only been 2 months. For the last 2 months. And you guys have been asking, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the title of the video, it is correct. That I quit my job again. Again meaning that I had the job at Target. And then I quit that, and then I got this job at IKEA. I quit that, but remember, before Target, I was an accountant for 12 years or so, and I quit that first. So I quit the accounting job, I quit the Target job, and then I quit my IKEA job. Now the question is, Joe Easy, why'd you quit your job? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm not gonna go deep into detail onto why I quit the job. First, before I tell you guys why, which is gonna be one reason I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you first that that company is a great company to work for. It's the managers are amazing, and the company actually cares about the employees. So that job is a great place to work for. Now that comes at a cost, guys. At a cost of employees not liking to work, not being kind of like punished or reprimanded for not working. And there was a lot of that there. You pretty much had to make up for a lot of people not working, like, kind of like, making up for the slack. And then the second job, because I got promoted there, the second job that I got, it was a lot of customer service, and I had to rely too much on another team that didn't like working, and it got a lot worse since I had to work in customer service. So I was like pretty much the punching bag of customers. So there was a lot of that stuff. The first job that I had, it didn't really matter because I didn't rely too much on other people for my job, and so it didn't really matter. The second job, I did have to rely on them, which I do not like relying on people because of this reason, and it happened. So I didn't like it, and I quit. So now you know what? That's it. I'm not gonna go into more detail. That is the reason why I quit that job, and now I am back. And I quit. I'm doing this in August. I quit back in June, guys. But I've been doing so many different things that I never really stopped and did this video. But now I was charging the car, and then I can't go to the gym now, so I had to wait the next hour. So I'm like, you know what? Hold on. Let me actually make this video quick before you guys forget about me as well, because I don't want you guys to forget about me. And I'm gonna start doing more videos. I'm gonna start pumping out more videos. Let me do this video. I am actually also going to do a lot more videos in the future. Well, I'm gonna restart the YouTube life because I'm back to doing this full time. But I also want to do it because I want to promote, and you guys know how my promotions are. I tell you guys really quick about what I'm doing, what I'm selling on Amazon, my GIGit app. I tell you guys about my GIGit app. 2-second promotion. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start pumping out this new app that is not ready yet, but I'm using AI to build the app, so I'm building it very fast. I am going to give you guys a link to, if you guys want to use it before it's released to the world. If you guys want to use it to let me know, and I could do the changes quick. Whatever change you guys want to do, or whatever added features, I could do it a lot faster because of the new technology that's out there. The AI is crazy, guys. If you guys haven't got on this technology, I recommend it. But I'm building is pretty much another GIGit, so I'm transferring GIGit, and then I'm adding more things because I'm doing a lot more Uber now, and I'm noticing that a lot more rideshare, and I'm noticing that the fares have gone down so much. If we thought that the rates were so bad, it just got even worse. And I'm like we're getting to a point where Uber's paying us pennies on the mile, pennies on the mile, and we're in a transition now. They're replacing drivers, guys. They're replacing drivers. Everything's gonna be driverless cars, and it's just a matter of time before they start replacing food delivery drivers. They're gonna have in the future, they're gonna have driverless cars pretty much working as a food delivery driver. So what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna tell you really quick, restaurants are going to prepare the food. This is my thought, what I'm pretty sure is gonna happen in the future. They're gonna prepare the food. They're gonna put it in this driverless car with a heater, with a cooler. If it's a frozen item or if it's a hot item, put it in a cooler inside the trunk of a car. a driverless car. That driverless car is gonna drive to the customer. That customer is gonna go outside. So we're not gonna go up the stairs, the apartments. They're gonna force people to actually go down their apartment building and actually go outside. A lot of people think, oh no, you know, customers are too lazy to do that. Nah. I don't think they're too lazy to go downstairs and pick up food on a driverless car. I don't think so. That's gonna happen. They're gonna go downstairs. They're gonna go outside, go to the car, pick up the food, and that's it. And you're cutting off the middleman, the driver. So that's what's happening, guys. And the shopping, like for Instacart shopping, I'm pretty sure that, you know, these companies like Publix and stuff like that, they're going to get their employees to do all the shopping, and then customers could either pick it up themselves and go to the store, pick it up, or another driverless car is gonna go to the Publix. The worker, the employee, they're gonna put the groceries inside a car. That car is gonna go to the building. You know, if it's a house, it's easy. The customer has to go out their house and just get the groceries and take it to their house. But if it's an apartment building, that's gonna be a lot more preparation for the customer. Customer's gonna have to come down. If it's a bunch of, like a Costco order, they're gonna have to get a dolly, or like not a dolly, like one of those wagons that we use. Get a wagon, go down the building, go to the driverless car, get the groceries, put it in their dolly, and then bring it up. I think that's something else that's gonna happen. So for my Instacart shoppers out there, I see this more on Reddit though, that complain about, oh, I have to go to the 20th building, the 20th floor, or whatever. Well, let's actually be grateful that we have this job and this opportunity to actually go up the building. If you don't like going to buildings, don't accept, building orders. But if we have to, guys, we have to be a little bit more grateful that we have this right now, because the future does not look good for us humans. Everything's gonna be driverless. Everything's gonna be robots. And so I say all of this because this app that I'm using is going to hopefully cut off the middleman. I'm gonna try to cut off Uber and Instacart. I know, guys, it's a big thing. So and it's gonna be a GIGit budget app. You put your income and you track your whole thing, but it's also gonna be cutting off the middleman. It's also gonna be a social media app, but I'm gonna get a little bit more into that once I'm more done with the app, and I'll give you guys the link. So with that being said, I have gotten already recently, and I'm gonna continue to get, people saying, oh, why do you keep doing this to yourself? And what else do people say? Like, I don't know, because I accept a lot of trash orders. So, people are, oh, I don't know, I will never accept that trash and this and that. Guys, I've been doing this for so long, guys, for years. So I know what orders I need to accept to actually make money in my market, guys. Another market, maybe you could get away with $2 per mile orders. Here, you're not gonna make anything. And it's not like you're training the algorithm, like, oh, you're training, because a lot of people say you're training the algorithm to only send you trash offers. Like, they're not gonna send you good. No, that doesn't work. I used to do Uber $2 per mile orders all the time. And then I got to a point where I wasn't getting anything. I wasn't getting any offers, so I had to lower the standards. Same thing with Instacart. In the beginning in 2020, I was getting a lot of high-paying orders, customers that tip high, and then when the bots came, they pretty much took everything. And I like the repeat customers that I had, like especially Total Wine. I used to get a lot of repeat Total Wine customers that tip high. I stopped getting them, because of what's happening here in the city, in this country, pretty much everywhere with people scamming. I think it's being cleaned out though with the apps. I think they're deactivating bots and stuff like that a lot more now. I think so. So I know what I need to take, but I get comments saying, oh, I don't know why you do this to yourself, and like you accept trash offers. You could just get a job at McDonald's. It's always McDonald's. Imagine working at McDonald's versus doing deliveries. Would you want to work at McDonald's and have to deal with customers complaining at you all the time? Oh, I want my burger. Getting paid, people say, oh, they pay you $15 an hour, which here in Miami, they don't pay you that. They pay you $13 an hour. But let's say $15. It's $15 an hour minus taxes. So you're really getting paid $12, $13 after all that stuff. And they're not gonna give you 40 hours. They say, oh, you could work 50, 60 hours and get overtime at McDonald's. These companies do not give you overtime. All right? They do not give you overtime. You can only work 20 hours or something. And after that, that's it. So it's not really a better job. But the reason why I'm saying all this is because I I know what I want and what I do not want. Remember, I did the accounting life. I hated it. And then I did start doing full-time deliveries. And then I got a job at Target because it was getting slow. And I'm like, oh, I want some extra money. I wasn't making more money at Target because I was working graveyard and I was sleeping most of the day because I was tired. And I was making a lot less money. So, and well, mainly it was because of that manager that was very, very, very like, I had two extremes. Target was the manager there, which was the store manager, was like the devil. He treated everyone like trash. That was a horrible environment to work on, but everybody worked. The other extreme is the IKEA extreme, where, all the managers are nice and the company's nice, but it comes at a cost of people not working because they don't get, like, talked down to, you know what I'm saying? So the slack, you could work less there and not get complained at, if that makes any sense. I don't know. So those two extremes. So I did the Target, I quit, and I started doing food deliveries again. And I'm like, oh man, it's getting slow. Let me get a job at IKEA. I did the job at IKEA. I didn't like it, so I quit. So now I'm back to square one. So I had the IKEA, the Target, the accounting, the Target, Target and IKEA. I didn't like any of it, and this is what makes me happy, guys. I'm doing my deliveries. My Amazon business is blowing up. Finally, I'm bringing in more merchandise to sell. So that's gonna be, hopefully soon, that's gonna be like half my income, right there, just on Amazon. That's how good it's doing. And then over time, hopefully it's like most of my earnings. And so I'm like, my Amazon sales is like more, making more money on that, and I have to do, I only have to do less deliveries. The only time I do deliveries is when I'm doing YouTube videos. That's it. That's the goal. And if you guys have been rocking me from the beginning, that was my goal in the first place anyway. 4 sources of income at least: Amazon sales, deliveries, the stock market, which I keep pumping the stock market. And what was the last one? Oh, YouTube. My bad. YouTube, deliveries, Amazon, stock market, and YouTube. That was my 4 sources of income. So I'm back to that, and I'm happy, guys. I'm a lot happier. My wealth is actually growing versus when I was, because when you're actually loving what you do, even if you work twice as much, you don't feel it because you're actually enjoying what you're doing. Versus if you're at a job, even if you're working less hours, it's like the worst hours ever. And you're like, oh my gosh, and then every day is a drag. And it's better if I have control of my own life, and I'm blowing that up. The YouTube, I'm bringing that back. And then on YouTube, every time I do a YouTube video, I post it on a short version on YouTube Shorts and on TikTok now. So TikTok's gonna blow up unless it gets taken away, which I don't know, who knows. But I'm gonna do that there, and it's making me happier. So if it seems like on my videos, like, oh man, I'm taking trash orders and like it's a slow day or whatever, guys, I'd rather do that because I've tried it all already. I have tried it all. And I actually have a strategy that I keep moving out of, but every time I move back to this strategy, it's the biggest moneymaker, and that is DoorDash Earn by Time. Yes, I get some DoorDash Earn by Time no-tip offers, but you know what? That's what makes me the money because it keeps the car moving. Get a DoorDash Earn by Time, bye-bye. So I'm almost at platinum again. 61% DoorDash rating, acceptance rating. And then I'm gonna continue doing Earn by Time until I'm at least as close to 100% as possible. And I'm gonna keep doing that. And then I'm gonna start doing Earn by Offer, and then I'll cherry pick only during dinner shift. I am not going to cherry pick during the lunchtime because you get a lot of bad shopping orders during the day, and a lot of trash during the day as well. Like, you still get no tip orders. A lot of the high paying orders are at nighttime because it's dinner time. So, and then the order totals are higher, so the tips are higher, and blah blah, and then less traffic as well, less traffic. So I'm gonna do that, and that is pretty much it. I'm gonna do all that. It makes me a lot happier, guys, and I am gonna bring you guys more videos in the future, and I cannot wait to show you guys that new app that I'm doing. It's gonna be a progressive web app. If you guys are tech savvy, progressive web app. So you pretty much, is a website, but you add it to your home, and it acts just like a regular app. Maybe I'll put it on the App Store and the Google Store in the future. We will see. But this version of apps, it's over-the-air updates. I could update it over the air. I don't have to wait for Apple or Google to approve it or none of that. Everything's over the air, and it acts like app. And I was Googling and asking ChatGPT, why don't companies do this more often? And companies don't do this more often, like making websites instead of apps, because apps is harder. And they say, for the capabilities, first of all, for the exposure, the app stores give you more exposure. But on top of that, like Bluetooth, GPS location tracking in the background, even though you could use the GPS location while the app is open on the browser, but in the background, it doesn't work. Notifications, you could do notifications now on the browser in Safari and Chrome. So there's a lot more. Times have changed. The browsers are allowing more native phone features to be used in the browser, so you can make websites, and make it into an app. I know a lot of people are like, "What are you talking about, Joeezy?" I am sorry. I just started rambling about the app, but I'll tell you guys once I'm done with that. And if you guys use my GIGit app, now I made it to where you could transfer all your data from the GIGit app to this new website. I tested it out. It works. AI is amazing. It's scary because it's going to take a lot of jobs, but it is amazing. It gives a lot of people opportunities to build things that you would have never otherwise have thought of building. And you know what? This goes to my last thing, and I'm going to end it with this. Guys, if you have a dream, you guys need to cut out the naysayers. Even if it sounds crazy, if you tell somebody like, your thoughts, like your ideas, like, look, I want to do this. You're going to get a lot of supporters say, you know what, that's a good idea, you should do it. But if you get a lot of people saying, don't do it, that's crazy, just stick to your safe job. Guys, you know what? Focus on your dreams. Technology nowadays is so advanced, you could just build anything. You learn quick how to do something, and then you just do it. A lot of videos online on how to do things. And we are being replaced. I don't want to scare anybody, but we're at a time where we are being replaced by robots. Humans are having less like I don't know, I feel like this world is caring less about humans, or at least here in the United States. But it seems like we're being cut out, guys, the humans, the workers, not the top 1%, I'm talking about the 99%ers. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like we're being cut out of society. I don't know. I feel like we're being cut out of society where we're having less opportunity. So we have to take advantage of the AI now. Build something so that in the future, when we are replaced, we have something that's making money on its own. I think. And if it's a dream that, or a vision that you have that is out of the 9-to-5 norm, like the safe route, what everybody's doing, the safe route. If it's out of that and it sounds crazy, just try it anyway. Don't be reckless, obviously, don't be reckless, but try it. You owe it to yourself, guys. You owe it to yourself. And I'm doing this now because I'm happy. I don't care about what anybody else is doing, getting a job and this and that. I had this vision that it was implanted into my brain. Nobody else is going to understand it. Only you are going to understand it. So with your dream, only you are going to understand that dream. If you could see yourself succeeding with that dream, financially, spiritually, mentally, if you see yourself succeeding with that dream, do it. Because it was implanted in your brain. Not anybody else's brain. You cannot expect someone else to envision what was implanted in your brain. If you see yourself succeeding doing it, do it. All right? And I'm going to do it myself as well. And I'm going to record the journey. I'm going to continue recording the journey on the YouTube world. So if you want to rock with me, I'm going to continue doing deliveries again. Just subscribe. But you know what? I'm done with this. I gotta go to the gym, guys, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, tell me below YouTube if you like the video and you want to watch videos me doing deliveries. Subscribe to my people. Have a good day, have a good year, have a good career. Stay hustling out there, love yourself, believe in yourself. It's your boy Joeezy. Let's go.